Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Simulator Classic video. We're back on the Glasgow Queen Street to Dunblane and Alloa route. And we're driving a little bit different today. It was going to be a HST, but I'm missing like one of the textures or something on one of the reskins. So we're doing it in a 158. Not as exciting as a HST, but still a nice train. Let's get the doors open. I think it's yeah, it's all good on this one. Let's get the GSMR set up as well. Hopefully you can hear me alright. I have turned down the audio just a tiny bit. I think we're 1 Lima 5-1. Oh god, I bet we're not, are we? I'm going for 1 Lima 5-1. See, I can't see the edge of my screen now. 1 Lima 5-1 will do. 1 Lima 5-1. And the signal ahead of us is 085. I think it's 1 Lima 5-1. I think. It will do anyway. And we're straight to Stirling. Right, that's all good. That's all set up. That's on as well. We got the go ahead. Set that to that. I think we're all good to go. I think that's it. And let's go. Nice off indicator there working. Yeah, 1 Lima 5-1. It could be 1 Lima 3-1. I'm not actually completely certain. I probably should have checked, although I did, I just forgot the head code. I think it is 1 Lima 5-1. But coming out of Glasgow Queen Street, but I just thought we'd do something a little bit different to the, well, sort of to the usual which we would do on this route. Which is in, yeah, it is 1 Lima 5-1. Yeah, something a little bit different. We will get back in the 385 at some point. I just thought we'd try another train out on here, because other trains do run on here in real life. So I need one to go further north than Dunblane. So how far is it to 29 miles? And then we've got Bridge of Allen and then Dunblane. So we're due in there in, well, half hour's time. So it's quite a long stretch without a station. I feel like I've done quite a lot of those sort of fast runs today. Just before this I recorded one on the Huddersfield line. It was half hour between Manchester and Huddersfield. Is that a 385 coming down? No, is it? It is a 385. Which we will get back to at some point. Out we go. Up to 60. Let me turn up the audio now. Now we're a little bit sort of out and about. I'll turn that. Hopefully it's not too noisy now. Get an outside shot. May not be a HST, but it's still 158. I thought we were running fast all the way to Stirling. Yeah, 30 miles non-stop. Struggling up the hill though. I mean, we're in full power at the moment and we're struggling. Hopefully we can actually get up to top speed. Hopefully. And this is Els. No, Eastfield Depot. I think that's what that is there. So we're just going past. Is it that? No, not just yet. A bit further up. A bit further up. Cool. So we've got 70, 85, then up to 100, so we can really stretch the legs of the 158. Really give it a bash. Yeah, how's everybody finding? Here's I think Eastfield Step. But yeah, how's everybody finding the route? I don't know when this video is going to be going out, but it's probably been out a few days now, maybe a week or so. So yeah, how's everybody getting on with the route? Have you enjoyed it? I mean, in general, it's just nice having in the UK route for Train Sim Classic. It's been ages. I think the last one was the Huddersfield one by Dovetail Games, which was half a year ago or so now. So it's nice to finally have a new modern route in the game. I know we've got a little Swiss one, so we can get a German one, Austrian one. It's nice. Yeah, it's nice to have one of these, and in Scotland as well. Is Bishop Briggs. Let's get a quick flyby shot going for it, just quickly. Cool. And we do have the AU or AP track in here, right? The AP track enhancement pack patch, which means you can get the track EP on here. I suppose the AP track is probably the best track there is, but I think I've seen some other sort of free mods and stuff, but it's probably the best track to have. So there's a patch for that on the ATS website, so I'll leave a link for that below. I don't know if it's one for, does it use a signal EP? It doesn't have a signal EP. It does. No, it doesn't. So I'm sure there'll probably be a patch for that at some point as well. Yeah, alright, yeah. Playing this route is making me want to go back to Edinburgh, Glasgow on Train Sim World, which I haven't played in months. But this route is making me want to go back to it and give it a go. HST's there. Yeah, was it on? Yeah, see like this. Missing texture, something to do with that bottom bit. So I have got it, it's just there's some sort of missing texture. I've got a feeling it might be from the Valenta HST pack, as that's the only thing. It was one of the requirements. It sounds a bit silly. It was one of the requirements. But I just installed it anyway to see if it would work, thinking, well, I think they're MTU, aren't they, the ScotRail ones, so rather than needing anything from the Valenta one, I think it was the Major Wells design revamp pack. So at some point I'll pick up the Valenta and then we can give it a go, and hopefully it will be working. I thought, well, worth giving it a go. This one's Lenzy. Quite nice one just flying through all these stations. Makes a change. Give that a shot. This is also a scenario of the Alan Thompson Sim store. Now it's probably a bit confusing when I say Alan Thompson, because there's two Alan Thompsons. There's Alan Thompson from Thompson Interactive, who's done this route, and there's also Alan Thompson Sim, who has a big website and all scenario. Yeah, it's like a Steam store, but on there. So yeah, this is I've seen it in videos of this route where it's been like, oh, Alan Thompson Sim. It's not Alan Thompson Sim, Alan Thompson Interactive. Thompson Interactive. So try not to get mixed up. It is easy to, but yeah, try not to. Don't cruise the next station along. 90 miles an hour, which is the top speed of these ones. These units, oldish units, because they're not that old. get a nice screenshot as well. Pause break. God, I love the pause break option. I can't remember if this is Perkins or Cummins. I've got a feeling it's Perkins we're in, I think. I'm also going my diesel traction. As a southerner, I know the southeast thing is alright, but up this way is a different league. We should be at Stirling in about 17 minutes now. I think we're going to be coming out Croy, and we then go down past, is it Lambert or Lambert? Through there, and then it's Stirling after that. So we're a rather quick service until we get to Stirling, and we then slow to Dunblane. Well, that's only 2 stops. It's all the way uphill, so I'm just keeping the throttle on at the moment. We're not really building much speed up anymore. So yeah, we'll just keep it as it is. I mean, the max speed of these units is 90 miles an hour, but I mean, exceeding it a little bit, it's alright. So as we go, because if I take the throttle off, we're just going to slow right down. So it's quite a gradient all the way up. It's a nice detailed route though, this one. Thomas Interactive usually does do some good stuff. I mean, Glasgow Subway, which was awesome, because you had ATL on there. This is Croy. Trent Valley, West Coast Mainland Trent Valley, another one I've played, another really good one. And at the time, very good. It's got the announcements as well. So yeah, it's a really well done route. I mean, it just adds something sort of to the new features. I mean, the 385, I know we're on the 385 at the moment. That's got all the sort of cool announcements and the TMS which you can sort of use. There's quite a bit you can do on there. Nice. And also another route I haven't played from Alan is, I think it's the West Highland Main Line extension. I think the West Highland line is done by someone else, and then yeah, the extension is done by Alan. That's one I don't have. There's a fair few of the Thompson Interactive routes. Edinburgh Glasgow, the original, that's done by Thompson Interactive. Okay. 93 miles an hour. We're very slowly gaining speed, but we're not going to gain much. So we'll be turning off soon. Turning off of this bit and then down off this line onto the, I don't know, what is the line called? Is it like the Mid-Highland line or something like that? It goes up sort of through the middle, the Mid-Scottish line. I've never been on in real life. One day. I probably should make the most of my staff leisure card. Go up on the trains up to Scotland, which probably wouldn't cost too much. Wouldn't cost an arm and a leg. Things I'd probably travel there and just go back the same day. Early start and late finish. Would like to go on the Inter-7 City, the HSTs, that would be nice to go on. I've got 70 coming up. Start backing those brakes brake, so much gravity should do that job for us. Cool, then we're coming up to the junction, and we're off sort of the main line between Edinburgh and Glasgow. And onto the, well, sort of new bit, I suppose. I mean, it's all new, but the bit which wasn't in the game before. Well, once we, yeah. Because this bit here, yeah, this bit here was in Edinburgh Glasgow, the original one. Rivet didn't bother including it in the TSW version, but sort of the other, so Falkirk Grahamhampstead. You got that bit as well on the TSC Edinburgh Glasgow. So almost there. How many hours is it now? 12 miles. So we've done the majority. Just sort of that sprint up from Queen Street. And when you look on it on the I was looking at Google Maps sort of whereabouts this route is, and it's actually quite a way. I mean, it feels like you've travelled quite a way. I mean, you sort of got Glasgow, sort of I suppose on the west, Edinburgh on the east, and Stirling sort of in between them, but just sort of up. It's almost like a triangle, sort of Glasgow, Stirling, Edinburgh, and then back sort of across. I suppose. So you travel, I mean, up to Dunblane, and that's quite a way away. That would be for the triangle. You know, I do appreciate Thompson Interactive still actually making cool things for Train Sim Classic, because there's not really many. I mean, Dovetail games, I don't think do they even make the Train Sim Classic DLC anymore? I mean, it's really just third party now, so it's nice that, you know, Alan Thompson Interactive, Alan Thompson Sim, Just Trains, they still actually bother making stuff for the game. I know Just Trains has got a scene on TSW. I wonder if Thompson Interactive would, because Alan Thompson Sim and Just Trains have both now started making content for Train Sim World. But would Thompson Interactive start making stuff for TSW? Alan, I know you might be watching. It's quite nice about that. Alan actually very nicely emailed me after the first look and sort of the video we did. Because yeah, we got caught out by the TPWS, which was yeah. And then we were sort of pondering around for all that button there, trying to find sort of how to reset or sort of go again. And there is a manual for this route. There is a manual. And yeah, Alan very kindly emailed and just basically said there's a manual, and that's the steps to sort of being able to go again, which I thought was quite nice. But yeah, I had absolutely no idea there was a manual for the route, but there is. So if you're thinking about getting this route, you've got this route, have a look at the manual, because there is a manual, and that's another thing. There's not really many manuals now, especially for the DTG stuff. There's just not manuals for it. Why on earth was I saw the neutral section there. I was like, always quickly come down on the power, but it just doesn't affect us. That's the diesel. So I think we're coming up on Lambert, yeah, I think it was Lambert. What have we got there? Another, what's that, 170? Yeah, 170 there, turbo. If only we had the Marshlink in the game. That'd be my bread and butter, the Marshlink. All the Oxted lines down to Uckfield where you could use the Southern turbo style. Sadly not in the game. Yeah. Up to 95. So Stirling is the next station along. We've only got 7 miles now. That's Stirling. You've got the line, which is where the branch line was splits off to Alloa. No, that was it. Alloa. You got the branch line which splits off to there, and the bit straight up to Dunblane. Which is another sort of nice thing about this route. It's not just your conventional A to B route. I'm more a fan of those types of routes. You know, where it's literally, I don't know, for example, let's not give out examples, it's going to be coming out soon. I'm trying to think, just a route where it's actually just A to B. And it's just a bit boring. I'm thinking of something. I don't want to say what I'm thinking of because it's just about to come out. But that is A to B. But you know what I mean? Like just the bog standard A to B route where there's no branch lines, there's no other lines. It's literally just going backwards and forth all day on just the same bit of track. I like routes where you get sort of an option, you know, say on this one, you know, you can go Queen Street, Dunblane, or actually maybe I'll go, you know, from Alloa that next time and go down to Queen Street, and just a different journey each time. So TSW, the Cross City line, you've got the Redditch branch, a bit down to Bromsgrove, you can go. I like having the option to go to 2 different places, it's nice. The Brighton Main line, you know, you've got the Red Hill line, you've got the Quarry lines, you've got the Reigate branch, sort of just different places you can go to, which make the journey different. And the example was actually going to be Peterborough to Doncaster for Train Sim World 4, which probably when you're watching this might be out already. That's just a conventional A to B route, which I'm not the biggest fan of those types of routes, and I'm looking forward to it, as I've done this before. But yeah, if there was some sort of maybe even a bit able to lead up to something, so then it was sort of 2 different ways you could go. I personally think they are the best routes where you've got options to sort of go to different places. Most sort of ones you can repeat playing. I like the way the OHLE actually looks alright. Yeah, you've got the along track conductor. I had to do this with PTS, and then when they actually gave me a PTS license, it just says DC. And it's like, what? I did 80. I studied 80 for like a whole night, like all the different components. And then on my actual license, it just says DC. And I passed the AC bit as well. I think I was the only person to actually pass it without cheating. Sort of using notes to do it. So you've got the dropper there, that's what that bit's called. And then you've got the catenary wire. I can't remember the top one. It's the catenary wire. No, is it the contact wire and then catenary wire? Yeah, the contact wire. It's the contact wire. Contact wire is the one the train makes contact with, and the catenary wire is the one on top of it. And the bits in the middle are the droppers. And yeah, that's the alongside track conductor. Obviously, sort of swooping on the side. But where I am, there is no overhead wires. So maybe that's what they've included on my licence. Right, almost there now. It's been quite an enjoyable journey, so sort of non-stop in the 158. It's been alright. That's that one, and down to 70. We've got the 40 as well, just after. I think after this, I might pop into the. I'll either just go on an AP and get the Valenta, so we can do the HST. So that'll be good because then you can see basically the whole route, which is good. Big open window. Or I'll just go drive the 385. Not too sure yet. It would be nice to do this route like this at some point. Maybe at some point. And there's not many stations on it, so not too many to remember. And I already know the bit from Queen Street to Croy. Alright, so it's sort of just this extra bit, which I need to learn. And here this is Stirling. Yeah, I wonder what Alan's next project will be. Because I think Glasgow Subway was just supposed to be a bonus. Because I think there was an article out when Glasgow Subway first came out, saying that Alan basically, you know, once it was sort of retiring from this sort of stuff, and we've had Glasgow Subway because COVID, and then this as well. So I wonder if he's going to do another one, or I wonder if that's going to be it now. Using full service, just a tiny bit. Yeah, this is Stirling. Done a Stirling job. I wonder if the they didn't work for this one. I think you have to script them or something. You have to do something for the scenario. The ones where Alan's done obviously work, but I suppose that one's on at all times. Stirling's quite a cool place. I mean, look at that. Got the castle up there as well. Is that the castle? Yeah, there's the castle. And then you've got the Wallace Monument over there. Ignore the really low detail here, just because it's so far away. And then Alloa, how you say, is over there. So the branch line comes off here. How long are we sitting here for? Oh, until 40. Okay, we've got a few minutes then. Welcome to Stirling. Well, in that case, I like that. Little details like that. Right, hold on, let's quickly have a look at this. Yeah, you've got the gate line here, which actually is... Yeah, that's good, that. You've actually got the little sort of, well, the arrow that way and the X that way. Just a nice bit of added detail. Most of the time they're all just X's. Actually really nicely modelled. I've never been here in real life, but I mean it looks pretty decent. And that works as well. Look at that, the clock out the front. Usually they're just sort of, well, not working. Some sort of motorway here or main road. Is this a bus station? This will be some sort of bus station here. Very much looks like it. Well, oh, you've got Lidl there as well. Yes, I'll see you in a couple of minutes once we're ready to go. Right, doors are just closing. Are we going to hear the car buzzer? There we go. Little toot toot. Or little buzz buzz. And Bridge of Allen next. Let's not go forward. driving slightly aggressively. And we're off. Let's hope, yeah, you can hear everything right. Lovely. Goodbye, Stirling. So yes, the Alloa branch, or Alloa, well, however you say it, goes off to the right there. So now to Dunblane, we've got 4 miles. So they're quite close together, these ones. So maybe they're sort of almost suburbs of Stirling, or sort of connected towns. Off we go. Over the river. Green banner repeater, which means, well, this signal here is green. Neutral section that applies to us. Hey, HST. But yeah, it's that thing underneath. I think that must be something from the Valenta, which is, it's tempting to get, but I think it's about £14.99. I think I've just missed it. Oh no, I think there might be an AP sale. So I think there's usually an AP Halloween sale. So actually, I might just wait for that, because I've already got the MTU and the VP185. So 14 quid, 15 quid. Just have a HST, and I might as well just wait until the set will get it then, and then do the HST then. So rush. Well, I was saying that we could just do it anyway, just with the blue bit on the floor. I think the cab is not going to make any difference. The cab was fine when I had a little look. Cool. As we come into Bridge of Allen, which I'm guessing is a village of some sort. I mean, it doesn't look like there's much here. I mean, there doesn't seem like there's really anything at all. Oh, okay, here we go. The village is on this side. On this side is just farmland, a couple of buildings. Looks like some sort of school or something over there. Is Bridge of Allen, so we are 2 coaches. So looking for the 2 coach dot marker. I suppose on the last station there probably was only a 3 coach dot marker, or just a little diddy train. So I think there's an S-car stop here actually. Howdy. And the bill light came on, so the doors are unlocked, there's something opened. Or as I like to call it, external orange hazard light. Although at the station everybody just refers to it as bill light. Body side indicator light. It's just easier to say. Like if a PASCOM's been set off and it's flashing, you know, instead of going, oh, the external orange hazard light's flashing, you just say quite quickly on the radio, oh, bill light flashing, coach 2 of the service on platform 4. I just said that happened a few times now, actually. I mean, the other day, actually, there was someone just really silly. As the train, oh, that's not the way we want to go. The train splits at, well, the station I work at, the train split. And one goes off somewhere, one goes off the other way. And someone decided to egress the door, which means the it starts flashing the bill light. because they were on the wrong bit. I mean, it's not even like that much longer if they went on that bit and then changed to come back. So we literally just dispatched the train. The train was moving probably about 5-10 miles an hour. The light goes off. And the person gets out and just casually walks on the other train. It's like, what the heck? Probably didn't even get fined. Which doesn't surprise me. Where the power change would take place to diesel. Quite steep up here as we go up. A bit of a tunnel as well before Dunblane. So it's a really nice detailed route as well. And Dunblane, where the DLC ends. Maybe at some point there'll be an extension to Perth. I feel like that's probably, I don't know, I feel like that's probably on the cards at some point. Like, cause I mean, Dunblane is about halfway, I think, yeah, about halfway to Perth. And that's a line which hasn't been done on Train Sim Classic, to my knowledge. Waterfall, that's quite cool. I've never seen it. I've seen a proper sort of waterfall on Train Sim Classic. They just sort of slope the water down. That was quite cool. So this service will then continue north. The electric services end here at Dunblane. There we are. There's a 385 ticking over there as well. What's next? Glasgow. I think they all go to Glasgow from here. Oh no, Edinburgh I think as well. They go there as well. So it must be right to the end here. Yeah, it's the car stop. Even for a little two coach like us. Oh, that was good, that. Enjoyed that. It was a good run. There we go. That's that. We'll do that as well. It's a bit of driver change here. But that is going to be everyone for today's Glasgow Dunblane Alloa video. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. After that, thanks all for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. See you all. Take care. Bye guys.